We restored the Roman Empire in 1500s. Technically, that's still 1500s, okay? And we still managed to get a colonial empire thanks to our beloved subjects Portugal, all because of our diplomatic annexation cost reduction minus 90%, and it was up to 95 for a period there. This is the second part of my Castile campaign, and I recorded this live on Twitch. I'm gonna do the same for the third part, so make sure you check out my Twitch channel. Make sure to subscribe so you get notified when I release more videos like these in the future. It really would help out the channel massively, and I'd really appreciate it. So we're gonna give a little bit of a situation here. We are in 1497. I've actually stayed and not expanded anywhere for about 7 good years, give or take. Just basically got back up my manpower pool, reinforced my economy, and now what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be finishing this little war we had with the Serbians. Gonna give a couple of provinces to Bulgaria, and I'm gonna take a few provinces to myself too. Boom shakalaka. We're about ready to declare the war on the Ottomans. I'm actually gonna wait for 2 more years till my truce is over with Morocco so I can annex Morocco completely as well in that war. Otherwise, I would not be able to co-belligerate them right now since I still have the truce with them. Economically speaking, we're doing so-so. Not amazing, but we're working on it. We're getting 20 ducats right now, and we're gonna get a lot more after we establish our trade companies in North Africa. We haven't done that yet because I really would like to convert these areas to Catholic before we make them into trade companies at least. Holy mother of God, I just saw how many cardinals North Italy has. That is actually insane. Every single province in North Italy has a cardinal. What? Also, aggressive expansion wise, we have a tiny bit with the central part of Europe because we did get unions over Austria and Bohemia in the previous part, which you'll find a link to in the description, of course, if you haven't seen it yet. But nothing too major actually, so we can still do a little bit of expansion. I am thinking to expand into Italy as well as start getting a foothold in the south part of France, release Gascony and Toulouse and feed them back their cores afterwards. But the problem I have right now is that I've got way too many subjects and not enough diplo relations. We're at 7 diplo relations and we have 10 diplo relations, so we're 3 over, but I cannot just get rid of my subjects obviously. The only one that's not a subject is the Pope, but we're still in need of keeping that alliance because we're using the favor system to return cores to my Neapolitan subject. That being said, I also still want to keep the alliance because I want to have more papal influence. We're getting right now yearly 7.5, which is actually not too bad because we have great relations with the Pope. I'm still struggling to get Korea control. I've been attempting to get Korea control since the start of the campaign, have been failing, so there's that. But yeah, it's gonna be shaping up. After this war with the Ottomans, I'm also gonna be getting rid of my mercenaries. I've got still 2 mercenary packs, and that kind of expensive now. We already have a military tech 8, so as you know, after military tech 7, mercenaries technically are more expensive than regular units, so it's better to just have regular soldiers, honestly. Speaking of which, I'm gonna start recruiting more units. Gonna get another army, let's say in Iberia for now. Apparently the Venetians have also allied the French, so when I attack the French, I'm gonna be attacking both Venice, France, and maybe even Genoa, depending on their alliance. Yeah, there you go. So we can take a big chunk of the Mediterranean, take all the islands from the Venetians and the Genoese, and grab the little footholds in France at that point. So that's gonna be after the Ottoman War, which means we got 2 more years of just chilling, getting ready for these massive wars that we're gonna have after. We're also attempting to do the System of Councils mission, which will enable the unique System of Councils government reform with unique abilities for the Spanish, which is actually pretty powerful to be fair. So in order to get that done, we need to get 60 burgher loyalty, and the rest of this is fairly easy to complete. So that's it. Just wait for the burghers to reach 58%, then we sell some titles and it gets them over 60, hire a treasurer, and then we can get the reform of the treasury. Then we can do new capital, which again is fairly easy to do, and that also leads to the System of Councils mission. I'm also doing my best to manage my mana distribution. We're up with the technology, but the problem we have is that we're quite backwards with our ideas. I need to start heavily investing in ideas. That's why I'm gonna do most of my expansion with my subjects rather than directly taking stuff for myself. And we need to integrate subjects as well and everything. So we're gonna go for influence idea, which is gonna give the minus 25 diplo annexation cost, as well as we're gonna go for admin next, which means the policy with admin and influence is gonna give us another 15% diplo annexation cost. So that's 40%. Then we get another 25 from our missions, namely Fecha del Imperio. So it's going to be 65% cheaper to annex subjects. And then we can do from the papacy another 10%. So that's 75% cheaper. So it's going to be insanely fast annexing our subject. We're going to have even more diplo relation slot issues because we were also going to be releasing Karaman now. So we can feed them all the cores from the Ottomans. So we're going to give back Syrian and Karamanid cores in this war. Okay, we managed to get one more missionary now. and missionary strength from the second Spanish ideas. So we're going to be assigning this bad boy to autonomously convert everybody, set Karaman as the war target, co-belligerate Morocco, and let's Google. Oh my god, the Moroccan army was hiding in the province of Tuat, and it wiped out my army stack because I was not expecting anyone to be there. Well, at least the Portuguese are doing their duty as my honorable personal union member, so they're wiping them out now. This is actually pretty huge. We got unjustified demands minus 25 from this. We're gonna get another minus 50% unjustified demands from influence ideas, so we can take whatever we want without repercussions. Almost without repercussions. It's over, Mamelukes. I got the high ground. Did I just call the Moroccans Mamelukes? Brother, we were so close to finishing getting Tuat. Look at this. It's 985 and we got separatists. Are you serious? Freaking natives, man. Now we're back down to 691. Ew. How do you pronounce this, guys? Hudavendigor or Hudavendigor? I think this is the most blessed peace deal with the Ottomans, because we connect our lands in the Balkans all the way to Antioch, and then we have a connection to our North African bits in 2 years when we take the lands from the Mamluk. And we also split the Ottomans in 3 different sides. That's perfect. And also no coalition, because nobody gives a schnitzel about the Ottomans except the Ottoman. Hey, look at that. We're also below 100 overextension, so this is extremely well thought out, clearly. I do have to say, though, I feel like maybe getting aristocratic as my first idea set was a bit of a mistake. Maybe I should have gone for something else, but I still don't regret it. We do have the diplomat, general cost reduction, autonomy change reduction, and so on. It's not too bad, but there would have been better options, to be fair. Okay, some of these cores we're getting back from the Pope are really expensive. 69 favors for Naples? What? Come on. I mean, it's only 23 developments, not even that much, bro. Oh, we could do Holy War for 75% aggressive expansion. Oh my god, I really want to do Holy War, but I also really want to get back the course for Syria, so this is a bit of a problem. You know what? Maybe I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get the Holy War for this war, and then we'll do the Syrian reconquest in the next war, and that way we pay less aggressive expansion, and we're only gonna take like main Egyptian parts and non-core areas, basically. Maybe we'll take Tadmor and Suwaida, since it's only 7 development between the 2 of them, so we connect our lands as well, so that would work as well. Every time I see this province Al-Karak, I think of the movie Kingdom of Heaven from I mean, it's not you know, when Guy de Lusignan goes to Crac de Chevalier, the castle, to punish the dude. I don't know why. Every single freaking time I look at this province, I think about that movie. It's crazy. Okay, hold on a second. What's happening in the royal household? Isabella's 56, her husband's 35, and her son's 41. I'm not saying that's a little bit messed up, but I wasn't aware I'm playing CK3 here. Oh, Protestants appeared. Okay, well, that is not great because it appeared close to my area, so schnatzel. I'm gonna go for this deal. I'm essentially taking the really high development provinces that the Mamluks have right now, taking advantage of the lowered aggressive expansion from the CB that we're using, and I'm giving them to my beloved personal union member Aragon, so Aragon can core these high development provinces in Cairo, Cyprus, etc. That way we get it basically without having to waste any admin points when we click this one little button here. As long as Aragon has 39 or below cities, we can just integrate them without having to do anything special. We can just sell this. Before we seize the crownlands, we do the mission. So we need to get a treasurer that's level 3. Let's see if we have any treasurer. We do not have any treasurer right now. Okay, let's roll the dice and hopefully we get a treasurer here now. Hey, we got a treasurer. He is Andalusian, meaning we have show me is a Spanish dollar, inflation reduction, trade power, and Isabella, more importantly, gets 1 admin. So now we have a 663 leader for who knows how many years. She's 58 after all. We need to either improve the capital 12 times and expand infrastructure, or wait for the Solo Madrides Corte event. We could improve this. It's already been improved 11 times. So we can do encourage development, and then we just need to expand infrastructure too in here. So we can go here, Expandicus Maximus. Boom, we got the second event done. I mean, mission done. Paper is also produced in Toledo now, which is pretty awesome. And I probably should upgrade this to level 2 as well. Next, to do the system of councils, we just need 50% crownlands. Holy schnitzel. It's gonna take us a little bit of time because we only have 23% now. Okay, I think we're ready for the big war here, boys. We're gonna be attacking the Venetians with the excommunication CB, which means it's 50% cheaper to grab some of their provinces that we have claims on. Make Crete as the war target because it's easy for us to get, and we're gonna focus primarily on the French. Let's get 1 more core back for the Neapolitans. We just need to get Naples and that's it, which is how many favors? Probably like 70 something favors, isn't it now? And we're ready for the big war. Let's go. Excommunication again. against Venice, which means we can take all provinces that we have a claim on. Oh, I love Prospering Times. This is one of my favorite events, honestly. It does suck that it's triggered in Laguat, which is not even our religion. It is a livestock province, though, so we're gonna go rural, which is gonna improve our manpower, so we get more manpower because, you know, it's a livestock province. Can we get a big fat F in the chat, guys, for Isabella passing away? She quite literally built this nation from scratch. We do need to focus on getting Paris. That is the main priority here. So let's go ahead and just actually march towards Paris. If we have Paris, we're probably going to be able to enforce our demands. I do love the fact that my vassals are doing so much of the heavy lifting here. I mean, I'm barely even trying, and we're winning in France. We're winning pretty much everywhere simply because of the fact that I've got like 200,000 vassals going everywhere and murdering everyone. Hey, look at that. So we can also enforce our demands on Genoa now, which means for the low price of 48 aggressive expansion, we get our foothold in the northern parts of Italy, and we also take whatever islands they had in the Balkans. I think I'm gonna give these to Aragon. I should have actually given them from before transferred occupation. I kind of forgot because this is 27 development, so that's a lot of admin points. I'd rather the Aragonese take care of that, not me. Let me see actually if they finish coring all of the African bit. I could probably wait and get more after the Austrians finish this fort, but I'll be honest, I'm kind of not in the mood to wait, and I'm also I just want to finish this. Come on, let's finish. We have a ton of rebels in Africa we got to deal with here, and in the Balkans. Whoa, what the hell? Karakoyunlu just grabbed a massive chunk of Anatolia? What? I didn't even see that. I guess it's time that we attack them. Brother, the Timurids are alive and they're crushing Karakoy. Oh my god, is this the border of the Timurids? How massive are they? Should I be worried about an insanely huge Timurids at my doorsteps? Oh my god, thank god you guys said that. I just saw that I have 27 ships. What the Schnitzeldorf? I think my fleet got its ass handed by somebody. How the freaking hell does Venice have 65 ships, man? Come on. Explains why my fleet just suddenly disappeared. I didn't pay attention for 5 seconds and the Venetians wiped out my fleet again. Country roads, take me home. Why is Papal States offering me colonialism? How do we not have colonialism? And the Pope does. What the hell is this, man? It's literally happened in my vassals, my PU's land, and I don't have it. Come on. Brother, are you sure you grabbed enough lands, Timurids? I'm not sure you have enough lands there, buddy boy. Holy mother of God. They literally wiped out Karakoyunlu. But it's over, Rhodes. I got the high ground, you scumbags. Now, we can do the actual piss deal. And look at that. Not even any sort of a coalition that matters. Take a little bit of monies to Booyah Shinoki Dorks. And now we can start giving stuff to Aragon. And we can also become an hempire. That is crazy. That means Andalusian and Leonese is accepted, so we can use the extra diplo points to accept Tunisian, which we're not going to do, because fuck that, we're going to convert them all. Bye-bye, Trebizond. See, Anatolia is starting to shape up and look like a proper area of our empire now. Now, in order to form Spain diplomatically, we need to have 100 legitimacy, so we're going to be strengthening government. It does cost 100 mana, but it's worth it, because now we can just click this button, and then Booyah Shinoki Donks, we have formed the Great Spanish Nation, incorporating Aragon with their 38 provinces that we didn't need to spend our admin points to core. We also can get the Societas Jesus and also all the other stuff that allows us to convert stuff faster. We also can now do admin ideas as our third idea set for the policy between admin and influence mostly, and of course the other bonuses that they offer themselves, including the core creation cost reduction, which is huge. We will also be taking these Spanish ideas, going away from our origins of Castile. That is because Spain does offer not only some of the most insane military ideas that include artillery fire +1, so basically from now we don't need to wait until military tech 16. From this military tech that we have, we can just have a full back row of artillery, and it does actually make a massive difference. We also get, of course, discipline and morale of armies, but we keep our colonists, and we get a little bit of reform progress growth. Is not too bad. To be honest, most of these ideas here, the last ones are pretty average at best, but the military ones are pretty good, and the fact that you keep your colonists is not bad too. I was a little bit torn between the two of them. We're making all of the Aragonese lands full states, of course. That does mean that we're way over our government capacity right now, so to fix that, we're going to need to give out some privileges that increase our governing capacity. We already gave out the one for the clergy. We're going to need to give for the burghers and for the nobility, though. This one should be okay for now. We should be able to grab grab 5% crown lands when we murder all of the rebels that we have right now. Okay, chat, let's guess. How many favors is it going to cost us to return Naples to Naples? Let me see it in chat. How many favors? All right, so I'm going with 84. Chat says 87. It's 81. Everybody was wrong. It'd be like that sometimes. Hey, look at that, guys. Naples got all of its stuff back without any sort of issues, with no wars, peacefully reclaiming their lands from the vile papal state. Yeah, I do think, like, Timurids is not the worst thing ever, because they only took, I think, Urfa, that is Syrian. It's not even Urfa. They didn't take any Syrian lands, did they? They only took Arabian lands. That's it. It is scary to see such a massive Timurids over here, though. Well, time to attack. Easiest war imaginable, boys. Make sure we get Talab as the war target, and let's go. They've got a whole 6,000 units after the Timurids played with their food over here. You know what? This is not a bad idea, chat. We can get the Grand Armada, which gives 25% Marine Force limit and national leader maneuvers and so on. So it's really not bad whatsoever. Fuck it. We'll go for that. We don't have any treasure fleets because we don't have any actual colonies in the New World for now, but we will eventually get some. Right now, our people are busy exploring, apparently, Australia, or the coast of Australia anyway. So we got 16.24 papal influence. That is genuinely really freaking amazing. Another day, another massive victory over 3,000 units that the Mamluks had. So yeah, we're basically in charge of all the Syrian parts, and we also have all of the northern parts of Egypt. So in the next war, we can take what's left of the Egyptian bits, since we got all of the high development areas already. We're gonna keep this army here busy at work, wiping out any sort of dissent and rebellions in Africa and Iberia, and we're gonna have the other armies ready because we're gonna be attacking the French now. Very important we release Gascony first, because if we release Toulouse, they have cores on both Rouergue and Narbonne, so they would be the only nation that gets released. Bordeaux is nice this time of the year. Boom. Let's go, everybody. Let's kung fu fighting. 50,000 Burgundian and Bohemians chilling over here for no reason, and another 60,000 over here sieging down Burgundy. Where is the French army? They got 60,000 of their own, but they're apparently trying to siege the northern parts of France. Okay. Hey, we annexed Bulgaria. That's awesome. So that means that I can now do the mission. I just need to finish my vassalization at Treviso, and that's it. Oh no, my leader died. You know, the good side is we did integrate Naples, but we have a horrible new leader. Oh, this dude sucks. I was actually thinking about disinheriting Fernando, and now we ended up with him as our leader. Ugh, that's unfortunate. Let's go! Restoration of union on those heretics in England, because they have becometh Anglicanicus, which is not good for us. We don't need them Anglicanicus. We need to return them back to Catholicus, the real religion. Hey, we can make Madrid the new capital. It's also going to allow glass to be produced in Madrid, or we can get one stability. I like the stability, but I'm going to like even more getting Madrid as the capital, since it means we have glass now produced here. That being said, Toledo is still an extremely good city, so changing the capital also means it's going to be basically nothing to develop this. If we also encourage development here, it's in essence 10 mana points to develop this province, which is ridiculous. Like, it's actually ridiculous. All right, boys, the war has been completely definitely won. That means we can take now all the cores of our subjects in the south, take Forez so we connect the rest of the empire with the Burgundian holds, and that's pretty much it. Also, not much of a coalition because it's only 32 aggressive expansion for taking basically half of France. Let that freaking sink in. Also gonna make Trent a diplo vassal because I need the province of Trent, and this is also like 21 development, and I'm just not in the mood to fight the entire HRE for one province. Sadly, we do also have to make the Commonwealth a rival. I don't need to do it now. I'll wait a little bit longer till my power projection goes down, because for now they're actually friendly towards me, so I'd like them to be friendly for the time being. I might even get an alliance when I start getting massive amounts of AE from the north of France and from the English Union. Now, with Trent as our brand new addition to the vassal swarm, we can do the mission Austrian succession, so we get +1 diplo reputation and improve relations for 20 years, but more importantly, we get access to the Fecho del Imperio, which is going to give us -25 diplo annexation cost for the rest of the game, and it extends our golden age by 360 months, which is 50 years. I calculated that instantly. See that little time cut? Don't worry about it. We just need a little bit more development, so I guess I can integrate Karaman. That would be enough, actually, I think, and it's only 3 years to integrate them, so that's super fast. It's time we invade those vile British, make them pay for what they did. Don't ask what they did, because nobody knows, okay? They did something bad. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be even less, because we do have a bit of overcapacity here, so it should be even less. Okay, I'm gonna rush for London. I don't even need to destroy their puny little 20,000 strong army. Oh, that is so cool. My little Burgundian Schnappel dupes actually landing and helping me out. I love to see that. Oh my god. We have Ahmed the Trastamara of Turkish heritage. You know what? Just for the memes, I'm actually gonna do it. The first of his name. All right, whilst we're at war with the English, we're also gonna be declaring on the Hungarians for two reasons. First off, we're warmongers, and second off, we actually can make our truce with the French a little bit shorter as consequence if we do this. So what I'm saying is we should just rush for the French lands and try and get that truce as soon as possible. All right, we've absolutely crushed the spirits and the morale of the English, so now we can just take this, take all the money they got to, and that's it. We're not going to cancel any of the course because we're going to be attacking the Spaniards afterwards. Let's also increase relations with them because, as everybody knows, right, if you have below zero relations with your unions when your leader dies, it's Jover. It's actually Jover. They break away. Now with that, we can also do a 50 power projection, and Catholic becomes the new state religion of England. How many provinces they have that's Anglican? A lot. Let's do that now. I was gonna wait a little bit because I do have 100 power projection, but I think it's time they revert back to Catholicism. Holy mother of subject, guys. I feel like Karakoyunlu would make an amazing subject for us. Oh yes. Oh, definitely yes. So the reason we haven't gotten the event where Mare dies and we integrate Burgundy is because we haven't been at peace. We have to be at peace. So you've been continuously at war pretty much the whole freaking campaign. Didn't give time for the event to actually trigger. Oh my god. Venice is no more, guys. So that means we can release Venice and feed it back a ton of cores. Oh my Schnitzeldorf. All right. Looks like the French were generous enough to give us some money. Well, that does mean we can now do Fecha del Imperio, which means we have 25% Diplo annexation cost reduction, and we extend our golden age by 30 years. I've been told by chat it's not 50. And skibbity boo, skibbity bay, boys. Everybody say hello. Chat, everybody say hello to Karakoyunlu, the newest skibbity on the gang. Everyone say hello, Karakoyunlu. We love you. Please give us many, many, many cores. I am going to be giving the Austrians all of the lands that I took from the Hungarians. The reason I'm doing that is because right now it takes only 7 years to incorporate, to integrate Austria, and after we get the last idea, it's going to take even less than that. Oh no, guys. The Ottomans have allied Hiss and Kaifa, which is allied to the Timurids. Whatever are we going to do? Oh wait, we could just not co-belligerate them, so we'll be fine. All right, boys, the moment of truth. There we go. Holy Schnitzeldorf. Diplo annexation minus 15%. So now let's check how fast we can integrate our subjects, shall we? So let's test it out with Syria first. Syria is going to be incorporated in 2 freaking years, dude. This went down from like 1,000 something to 190. That is just crazy. How about the smallest of vassals, Toulouse? That gets integrated in basically a year. What? That's less than a year. Holy mother, brother. That is so crazy. Okay, let's do Toulouse and Syria at the same time in that case. We're getting minus 11 monthly Diplo power. God. It's worth it though, okay? Also, that means that we can now Diplo vassalize everybody and incorporate them super fast. So we can just cheese the shit out of Diplo vassalizing and incorporating the whole freaking world, basically. You know what? I'm also gonna do Gascony, and I'm gonna do another one. I'm gonna do 4 vassals at the same time because I can. Would we be overkilling here if we went 4 vassals at the same time getting annexed? We're only losing 30 diplomatic power per month. I think we can handle this, okay? I'm definitely sure we can handle. There you go. We already got Toulouse done, so 3 to go, meaning only 20 per month reduced. I was gonna release Venice. I gave by mistake split and Zadar to the Austrians, so now I'm gonna be releasing Venice and feeding that back the cores after we incorporate Treviso. That is gonna be in March 1538. Probably gonna take a couple of months, to be honest. Literally 4 months it's gonna take to incorporate them. Hey, 2 for the price of 1. Syria and Gascony incorporated at the same time. Now let's make sure we make these full states, of course. Let's not forget to lower autonomy in all of these incorporated areas. I do love the fact that, I don't know if you guys know this, but Byzantium, whenever you incorporate your pronoyer, when the leader dies, the provinces have 0 autonomy, not 60 like with standard subject. The regular PUs and vassals, they have 60 autonomy in their provinces after you incorporate them, but with the pronoyas they have 0. I don't fucking know why, but it's so broken. It's really, really fun. And check it out, guys, only 4 freaking years to incorporate Austria. That is just crazy, brother. You know what? I'm actually gonna do it. I'm gonna incorporate Austria so I get all of these big chunky lands here. Oh, we are the first ones to get gunpowder units? Ain't no freaking way. way. Oh, it's honestly super Jover now. Like, it's actually super Jover now. No one's gonna be able to do anything about us. The Timurids just formed Gurkhani, which is short for subscribe to Ludi at Historia or else. I don't know what else, but what it means, okay? All right, so we did a little bit of Improvio Relationis, and that means we can now diplo-vassalize both Ferrara as well as Mantua. So right now, guys, we have minus 80% diplo annexation costs for our country, right? These are the modifiers right there. Hey, look at that. One more nation to vassalize and integrate in like freaking 4 days. All right, let's do a little bit of skibbity boobing in the Mamelukes and clean up these lands here. And also, because I'm a Pepega, chat reminded me we also get admin efficiency plus 5% from Alhambra, as well as we also get diplo annexation costs minus 5% from Alhambra if we do the mission across the strait. You know what? I'm also gonna do this war against the vile horde from the east because I'm trying to show off the chat. Oh, we have a real challenger here, boys. 100,000 soldiers, but no manpower, so they just went full on here. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of a cheeky war in the west as well against the French, whilst we're at war with these peeps in the east, just because... Actually, let's quickly finish the war with the Mamelukes by taking their capital, I guess. Did our general just die as he was sieging this? Hey, we just incorporated Austria. Huzzah! What the shit has been happening in Northern Europe? Alright, so I've been in this war for a while. It's gonna drag a lot longer, so I'm just gonna piece them out now. I'm gonna take a little bit of the Caucasus, a little bit of this area here. We're gonna take more provinces in the next war against them. For now, I just need to focus 100% on the Western Front, and I need to focus on converting my provinces to Catholic. Alright, so we're gonna be taking 3 important cities, Troyes, Toulon, and Angoumois, so we can release subjects and feed them back to course. And the other ones, we're directly gonna own them. Plus, we're taking a little bit of money because we want to use it for strategic upgrading monuments reasons. Now, because we were unfortunate and we couldn't incorporate Burgundy in time, we're gonna do it manually. Now, we just finished the war with Gurkhani, but we have to go to war again with them because they just allied freaking Medina, and we need some cities from Medina. We cannot let these guys hold on to Mecca and Medina. I know it's in the name Medina, but I still want it. We literally just need these 3 provinces. That's it. All right, we can do this deal, and I'm gonna go for it because I really just want to piece them out as soon as possible. I just need Mecca, and that's it, nothing else. Now, with that one extra missionary that we got from Mecca, we should be able to convert significantly faster. Hopefully, actually convert what we need before the disaster triggers. I'm gonna be a scumbag, and I'm also gonna be leaving the HRE with all of my Austrian provinces. The irony is definitely very big right now. So, we have issues right now with religious turmoil. The disaster is about to trigger, and we've done quite a few things actually to increase our religious unity. We increased our missionary strength, so we're converting really fast provinces. We've also seized some Catholic provinces from our vassals. We've given some Muslim provinces to our other vassals, but we still are not at 75%. So what else can we do? Well, thank God we have chat here, because chat just suggested we switch over to the curtail clerical privileges reform temporarily. That's going to give us 10 extra religious unity, bringing us up to 80%, meaning that we get rid of the religious disaster. We can, of course, for the mere price of 50 reform, switch back to the expand temple rights, which is a little bit better, a lot better actually, as a privilege. But I think I'm going to do that after I reach at least 85% religious unity to make sure we don't have this disaster again. That's for you, Saronis. Thank you for the suggestion. All right, once more, we are incorporating 3 nations at the same time: Burgundy, Ferrara, and Mantova. So I just finished incorporating Burgundy. Now, this leads to a couple of issues. First off, we will be getting the Dutch revolt because we've got non-Catholic provinces within the lowlands. There's a few ways you can navigate around this. You actually can let it trigger and then fight the revolt and don't let them enforce. That's one option. Second option is move your capital to the lowlands. Unfortunately for me, because I've been concentrating everywhere, we actually have 52 development in our capital, so that is not viable because it would cost us way too much administrative power, which leads us to the next option: basically release a nation within the lowlands that is Dutch or Flemish and such, and then feed them up all the other lowland provinces. It's actually not a big deal for us since we can actually integrate stuff super fast right now. So I'm going to be releasing Brabant because they're actually a Catholic nation. If I was to release Holland, they would in fact be Protestant, so I'd rather not have a Protestant subject. Now we can feed Brabant the other provinces in Holland, and this made our Dutch revolt disaster go away. And with Brabant, we'll just integrate them up in 10 years, give or take, when we're ready to take on the issue of the lowlands. Now we do still have massive massive government capacity issues since we've integrated Burgundy and Austria, so we're going to be focusing on building some courthouses, getting rid of the governing capacity issues we have before we do any more expansion or just expand via subjects. And speaking of subjects, we do need to release one more, Champagne, because Champagne also has cores on some of the French provinces that have really high development. We can also get more governing capacity by unstating the North African areas and adding to the Trade League whichever provinces are already Catholic. We're not adding the non-Catholic ones because if we do add them to the Trade League, we will not be able to convert them to our religion anymore after. I'm not even sure which one to make as my main target here since all the French provinces are ridiculously high development right now. I guess Touraine is fine since it is 30 development. Now we should be able to finish the war in the east fairly quick. We're just gonna rush for all the freaking fortifications that they have. Alright, the sieges are going pretty good. We've basically gained a major foothold throughout the Timurid lands. Surprisingly though, Adal managed to become the big boy in Ethiopia, completely wiping out the Ethiopians for that matter. For our next idea set, we actually have two options. We could go for quality, which means we get another minus 10% diplomatic annexation costs from mixing in quality with influence, which means we would have minus 90% diplomatic annexation cost. And yes, in case you're wondering, I made a mistake. I should have gone for quality first instead of aristocratic. That way I would have had 90% diplomatic annexation cost by now. Now we've taken most of the Gurkhani fortifications, so I'm fairly certain we can take what we want from them, which is going to be the 3 provinces to the north of Iraq, a little bit of money, and that's pretty much it. Now, as you would imagine, I will be giving these provinces to Karakoyunlu also, which I've also turned into a Catholic kingdom since they're very, very much so obedient because I've returned a ton of provinces to them, so they're happy with my rule. At this point in the campaign, it's not so much about being able to expand as it is about managing your governing capacity, right? So we built a lot of buildings, a lot of courthouses around the world, but we still had way too much governing capacity. So unfortunately, what I had to do was unstate parts of the Balkans. That means we don't have any more over governing capacity issues, so we're not taking the extra aggressive expansion and we're not getting the extra debuffs, meaning we can take big chunks of land now from this war. That means full annexation for Bologna. We're taking about half of Savoy as well, and as you can see, pretty much nobody gives a single schnitzel about it. And from France, not only are we returning the cores to our subjects, but we're also taking 3 more provinces. This does mean we actually do have a sizable coalition now. If we look at the coalition map mode, do you really think Hungary, Milan, and Bavaria is gonna stand up to me? I don't think so. I love that Orléans and Champagne both have above 120 development, and it takes me 1 year to integrate them. Oh, we're actually about to get 50% crownlands. That means we can do the System of Council mission. Oh my god, that is amazing. So the System of Council is a unique tier 1 government reform for Spain, which is honestly insanely overpowered. We got an extra 2 diplo relations, so we are not over our diplo relation slots anymore. It also guarantees monarch administrative skill +1, and it allows his state privileges to be revoked regardless of influence and loyalty. Seeing as we have so many extra diplo relation slots, I also want to diplo vassalize Bosnia. They're willing to diplo vassalize me, but I do have a Bosnian core in the province of Laika, so I'm going to be actually returning them this particular province. It did cost me 10 prestige, but it is 100% worth it because now look at this. They are willing to become our vassal diplomatically, and again, incorporating Bosnia is insanely cheap when we're ready to do so. We gained basically 70 development without having to even fight for it in the Balkans because I think they were allied to the Commonwealth, they were allied to the Papal States, so we would have had to break a few alliances in order to fight them. And speaking of alliances, let's actually get this alliance. We can use the favor system, if anything, to return some of the cores they have for Karakoyunlu before we attack them eventually. And seeing as we're going to be going heavily into the rest of Europe, it's best to have the Eastern Commonwealth not in any potential coalition. I feel like getting an extra diplomat is a pretty big deal, so I'm going to be pushing for the Schönbrunn Palace, which offers me 1 more diplomat at level 1, and then as we upgrade it, we get Splendor and even chance of inheriting personal unions up to +10, and lowers the years before we can start integrating our personal unions. Oh my god, this is actually insane. We got the loyal subjects, diplo annexation cost -15. I assume that that does get capped at -90 though, right? It does not! No freaking shot, dude. We can annex stuff for 95% cheaper. For now, that is going on my thumbnail. So let's test this out. July 15, 16. What? 3 months to annex or long? No freaking okay, I'm doing it. I'm freaking doing it. I'm gonna annex all of these guys. Screw it, man. I'm annexing them all. I'm gonna annex Champagne, and I'm gonna annex Brittany too, just so I get 3 extra diplomatic relation slots, and then I can get 3 other vassals and rinse and repeat, because we only have like 15 years for this modifier. Might as well take advantage of it. We actually could probably just integrate England, because I'm gonna need a city from England to form Rome anyway, and that's like 30 cities that we get from England towards forming Rome. Oh my god, we got minus 27 monthly. Yeah, okay, this might be a little bit of an issue, but it does seem like it's 2 months to integrate Brittany, so it's not actually an issue. Holy mother of god, dude, that is actually insane. So now we are at minus 14, but Champagne is getting integrated in next month. So yeah, this is actually insane. This is genuinely insane, my guys. Cannot believe this is really happening right now. Oh my god. Let's see how long it's going to take us to integrate a big nation like Karakoyunlu. 1570 May. We're in September. So that's like 8 months to integrate about 400 development plus. What the schnitzel, man. Not saying that's insanely broken, but it is insanely freaking broken. Because of the system of councils, we also have unique interactions that give +1 of each power, and whenever we select these, we have some options to choose between. For example, for the admin, we can make our advisors 10% cheaper, reduce the inflation reduction, or get missionaries and missionary strength versus heretics, which is obviously what we need right now, so we can more quickly convert all of our lands. I really hate the way that Bohemia has this little province sticking inside of my land, so I'm gonna integrate him because of that. It literally takes me 9 months to incorporate the entirety of the 500 development strong Bohemia. Come on, dude. 9 months. That's it. 9 months. That actually is freaking crazy. We also can have an extra 100 ships now, so I'm going to build another 100 light ships to set in the Genoa trade node. And I think I'm also going to be integrating Karakoyunlu. We have all the cores that they need, and we might as well integrate them so it's easier afterwards to form the Roman Empire, because we will have a big chunk of provinces from Karakoyunlu that are required to restore the Roman Empire. Oh, I forgot that Bohemia actually had a pretty sizable army, so now we have a lot more units as well. We are actually a little bit over our land force limit, so I guess we can build some regimental camps to help with that. It's also our duty to make sure we leave the HRE with all of our provinces. We don't want anything to be associated with the Holy Roman Empire. I am going to be using the favor system to return some cores to Karakoyunlu before I incorporate Karakoyunlu, and then we're going to be canceling the alliance with the Commonwealth because we don't need them anymore, and because they own 3 provinces that are rightful Roman clay, obviously. Not gonna lie, I'm a little bit unhappy with the border war here, so we might do another war against Burkani just so we fix the borders. I'm gonna say it, this is the first time I've ever seen the Oirats completely wipe out all of Ming. It's almost as if they watched my video on the Oirats and they just followed alongside. All that's left of Ming is just breakaway Chinese states here. We've got Jin, we've got Dai Viet, and they're friendly towards me, so I actually could get an alliance with them if I want. You know what? I'm gonna get an alliance just so I can use them against Gurkhani. So I'm doing a little bit of spring cleaning around the Italian peninsula, and guess what, boys? The Milanese have developed so much their provinces that I can only take 4 provinces right now. Pretty much every single one of their province is around 30 to 40 development. It is just crazy. I don't even have much of a coalition right now because I've been managing it pretty well, but by taking the Milanese land, I get the entirety of Europe super upset with me. You know what though? I don't care, Milan. You're mine now. And I could just concentrate development just so I can make it cheaper for me to core all these lands. This is actually crazy. It's 94 war score for me to take the remaining 3 provinces from Milan in the next war. Hey, look at that, boys. Courtesy of the Scots, we also get another 10 provinces in Colombia, which will turn into our very own Scottish colonial nation. And of course, that means we can also do now the mission, the Scottish main. Francisco Pizarro, which is a really great conquistador, is going to be of massive help, and we basically got claims, permanent claims, on the entirety of the Peruvian and the Mexican bits, which surprisingly are still not conquered by anyone. So clearly this is our cue to help the natives and bring them freedom and liberty. That's why we're bringing them. Truce is also over with the Papal States, so it's time for us to rightfully claim the city of Rome, added back to our collection of cities. Long have passed the days of Greater France. Now it's just 3 province Minor France. That's exactly what we got going here. Oh my god, 164 overextension. Oh, dude, I cannot even take anything from the Pope at this point. Guess we're just gonna have to bear through it and fight off all the rebels. I really wish there was like a way to show how many rebels you fought in a campaign, because it's just crazy. I've basically destroyed 30 plus armies of rebels, and I still got more I need to destroy now, just because of a little bit of a tiny overextension. It's not even fair if you ask me. Finally, we managed to core some of the provinces from France. We're gonna wait for a few more cores, these other 3 big provinces here, because I'm not gonna be piecing out the Pope until then. I know I'm taking war exhaustion, but it's not the end of the world. I'd like to take some more exhaustion, then go over 100 overextension again, considering I had to fight every single rebel imaginable. I guess I could in the meanwhile take Siena. I don't think that's gonna put us over 100 overextension. No, we're good. We're at 98 actually. All right, looking a lot better now. Let's see what we can take from the Popos. We can take pretty much everything with the exception of 2 provinces. That looks fine to me. Nobody new in the coalition. Pretty much same old guys here. So yeah, we're fine. Don't worry about it. Everything is a-okay here. Just don't look at my aggressive expansion map mode. No one needs to look at that. Oh, baby. It seems like the oldest of enemies have become the newest of friends. An alliance of convenience for sure, but you know what? I'll be a good ally to the Russians. Actually, I don't mind getting some allies in West Africa too, since I can actually diplo-vassalize them afterwards. So unfortunately, I wasn't paying attention and I forgot to join either one of the sides in the Protestant League war. So now, I'm not gonna get the age bonus for the next stage, whatever the outcome. I'm a little bit upset. I also could not dismantle the HRE so far because of the alliance sets. It's pretty tough. I'm gonna do a little bit of cleaning up in Italy itself, since the Palatinate is not joining on the side of the Tuscans, and we might as well co-belligerate Switzerland, since we also want to take lands from the Swiss as well. Courtesy of the English lands, which we just integrated, we now have West African ports as well, and look how beautiful that little England is there. Absolutely delicious. What the hell is this? Why is the Isle of Man a separate country? I love how we literally have 4 random provinces around a semi-unified Ireland under Kildare. Let's just go ahead and get some claims on Kildare for strategic having reasons. How are they also reformed? Let me check at the map mode. Usually they stay Catholic. I'm kind of surprised they went reformed. Wow. Scots also went reformed. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but this is recorded live on Twitch. So if you want to see the third part when I'm recording that, do make sure to check out my Twitch. That way you can give me all the feedback you want or ask me any question you want when I'm streaming the game itself. Another thing to keep in mind with the Spanish is that if you have 100% council consensus, you also get 5% admin efficiency extra. So right now we have 10% admin efficiency from Alhambra and the council consensus, which is why we're taking a lot more land than you normally would be able to take. And the great part is also that we can make all of these small one province miners Catholic nations by enforcing our religion on them. This is especially good if one of these one province miner has a center of reformation like Aachen does. If we attack Aachen, we enforce the religion on them, it destroys the center of reformation. Alright, Switzerland, 121 aggressive expansion to take your lands. I think it's worth it because these are all rightful Roman lands, and I also just don't give a schnaps about aggressive expansion anymore. It does seem like in order to fight Serbia, we gotta fight the Commonwealth too, so I guess we can do a bigger war. We can do Commonwealth, set one of the Asian provinces as the war target, say Erzincan, co-belligerate Hungary, since we also need to take 3 provinces from Hungary, and there you go. And what do you know, boys? We have the last policy we need. So we have a permanent minus 90% diplo annexation cost. Imagine if we got the loyal subjects event to trigger now, we would go down to minus 95, or is it possible to get minus 100%, basically just instantly annex something? Because I genuinely thought that it's hard-coded to stop at minus 90. I did not know you can go even below that. That is something I learned in today's playthrough. Then my question is, can you go to minus 100 so we instantly integrate stuff? It's really starting to shape up, boys. We literally have like 8 provinces that we need to take before we can actually form the Roman Empire now. Actually double check that. 409, and we need 425. So we need 14 more, right? That's it. All right, so we can take the 4 provinces we need from the Commonwealth, take a little bit of money as well, and I think that should be fine. Nobody cares about us taking Anatolian lands in any case. And now see how fast everybody that was in a coalition against us leaves the coalition. The only reason these scumbags joined the coalition against me it's because they thought that I would be busy with the Commonwealth or whatever, right? Now they see that they cannot even touch me, so they're all scared shitless and leaving the coalition. Oh, I love being overpowered. Murdering rebels in Bohemia makes me want to play Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I've actually been playing it on stream for you guys watching on YouTube. So if you guys want to watch me play KCD2, check out the stream once more. I know it is a lot of aggressive expansion, but I don't care anymore. I actually don't. I'm just going to take everything I can take that is within the Roman Empire borders and just figure it out afterwards what we do. It's kind of historical, okay? The Romans had a bunch of Germans that didn't like them very much, and we have a bunch of Germans too that don't like us very much. It does kind of seem like there's less and less of them the more we annex, doesn't it? But now the Protestant war is over and we have the Peace of Westphalia because neither side managed to get an advantage and enforce their demands, which means anybody can become the HRE emperor now technically. Surprisingly, it's less and less nations in a potential coalition, eh? We can also do now the Italian conquest, which makes Carlos an absolute chat lord. For the Spanish road, we need to have 50 transports. We have everything else for all of the missions. We literally just need 50 transports. So we have 31. We need 29 more. Oh my god, 249 overextension. Okay. Hey, we just need 3 more provinces to form Rome. That's it. This kind of feels a little bit like the reject gang because all the nations that the French are allied to are basically nations I've taken a lot of lands from, like Switzerland and such. So it's kind of full circle here. We're giving a little bit back, right? By fully annexing them, so they're happy now because they don't exist anymore. So they cannot be unhappy. They do have some provinces outside of France. I'm actually not sure where they have those provinces, but I guess we'll find out eventually. They don't have any more in mainland Europe though, and that also means we can now click ES Maximus button and we can form the Roman Empire. All we gotta do is put the city of Rome in a state, and now we go here, restore the Roman Empire. It will make Rome our new capital and all of our primary culture will become Roman. We also get the Roman Empire tier 1 government reform, and we have the ability to establish pronoia subjects, the most overpowered type of subject in the game by far. Now this is what our map looks like so far. Check our coalition as well. It's okay. It's actually not too bad when you think about it. We're standing at a cool 6,000 development because a lot of these lands have been developed into oblivion. And remember, we still have a massive colonial empire. All of the Portuguese stuff is ours. Cusco apparently unified, so we're going to be taking that at any point. And yeah, we're still going to continue this. For YouTube, if you guys want to watch the next part, you'll find it on Twitch. We'll turn that into a video itself eventually if we get, say, 4,000 likes on this video, and I know people want to see that. And the main focus of that bit is going to be how to have an insane economy. So we're going to keep these borders for a few years, at least 50 years, not expand too much with the exception of the colonies, get insane amount of income. I'm talking 10,000 ducats with just these lands. So we're going to basically quote unquote be playing toll. I'm going to maximize the efficiency of every single province. We will be doing a lot of states. All of Western Europe's going to be complete states. So we're going to need to have town halls everywhere to be able to get those states done. We're going to have to use our monuments to increase our governing capacity and to just give all the bonuses that we can get, such as the -10 idea cost from St. Peter's Basilica mixed in with the other -5 idea cost from the Al-Azhar University and so on. So we're going to show how you can maximize as the Roman Empire. And of course, because this is going to be on the thumbnail, we're going to be restoring the Roman Empire. We're going to get the new ideas that the Romans have. So we've got discipline, manpower, diplo reputation, core creation cost -25. So it's significantly cheaper coring up now. We have another 5 admin efficiency, so we can expand a lot faster as well now. We get another 5% from the Roman unique tier 1 government reform. So we currently have 15% admin efficiency. It's -3 because of the over governing capacity, but that's easy to fix. We'll fix that in a few minutes. We also now have access to the parliament or the Senate, whatever you want to call it. And of course, for the YouTube enjoyers, there you go. No cheats were used in this video. It is an Iron Man compatible game. Don't think there's any unique achievement we can get as the Romans, but pretty much got all the Roman achievements by now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one.